What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us. Okay, so we're not talking about inflation today, but we're talking about something that's very similar to inflation. So that's what I want to focus on today. But first off, on this channel, we talk about financial news and what's going on in Washington, D.C. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so if you're living on a fixed income, let's say you just retired, you're receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, just like me, I just newly retired, so now I have more of a budget. Okay, so I'm budgeting my money a lot more than I was when I was working, because when I was working, I could always work overtime and do things like that to make a little extra money. But once you retire, there's no longer that opportunity. And so now I find myself always trying to look for bargains or look for ways where I can save money. And one way, and I've talked about this before, and I'm going to do more videos on this, but travel credit cards. I've been doing that for 5 years, where you can save money on travel. So if you're retired or you're on a fixed income and you want to travel, you have that opportunity to do it for pennies. I'm telling you, for pennies, you can do it. Now, this is a problem that I want to talk about today, and it's called shrinkflation. So you have inflation. We know they're raising the prices of products. So you go to the grocery store and things are more expensive. But shrinkflation is companies shrinking the products that they're selling and selling it for the same price. And that's what I want to focus on today, because that's something that is very deceitful. Okay, a lot of companies, when they start messing around with their products, they don't want to raise the price, because if you raise the price, everyone knows the price has been raised and people get upset. The customer gets upset when you raise the price. Now they're raising the price and they're saying, well, it's inflation. That's why we have to raise the prices. It's not us. It's the economy. That's why we're doing it. But when they do that shrinkflation, what they do is they shrink the packaging down and shrink the product in the packaging, but they don't tell you. Okay, they might have it listed on the package of, now it's 16 ounces instead of 18 ounces, but the price stays the same. And so now you're paying the same price for something that was larger a few months before. And so I want to show you this website, because this website is really good. And that's the whole goal is kind of to find bargains, and then also to kind of out these companies for doing what they're doing. And so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so here's the website. It's called mouseprint.org. And this is the section. It has different sections, but this is a section on shrinkflation, downsizing, okay? And you look through here and you see all these familiar products. You go to the grocery store, you buy these products, and they have shrunk them down smaller, but the price is still the same. And in some situations, the price might have even gone up because of inflation, right? So you go to buy toilet paper. You used to be able to buy toilet paper 340 sheets. Now it's 312 sheets, but the price is the same, okay? And look at the packaging. It pretty much looks exactly identical, right? 48 mega rolls, 48 mega rolls. It's all, I mean, when you look at it, you're thinking, okay, I'm getting the same product, but in reality, you're not. And that's being very deceitful, that these companies are doing that. Now, here's another illustration of toilet paper here, 284 two-ply sheets, and now there is 268 two-ply sheets. So it's just incredible. You have raisins here, the old box, 28.58 ounces. Now the new box is 20 ounces. And when it comes to this lotion here, it used to be 24 ounces. Now it's 22 ounces. And you're paying the same price. So that's the crazy part, right? And there are a bunch. I can go scroll down. You see more toilet paper here. Instead of 264 two-ply sheets, now they've gone down to 244 two-ply sheets. You have stuff like this, different snacks that now this is was 12 ounces, now it's 11.25 ounces, and then you have more snacks here. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You see there are a lot of different products here. Gatorade's one thing that I buy a lot. The old Gatorade used to be 32 ounces. Now it's 28 ounces. That's a big difference, right? And I've seen this new design, and I didn't really think anything of it because it's about the same height And so I never realized that it was less ounces. To be honest with you, I just thought, okay, it's easier to hold now because it's it's taller. That's the way that I saw it, right? And most of us look at it like that. We're not looking at the ounces. We're looking at the price. And companies know that, so they are taking full advantage of us because of that. Okay, so you have more snacks here. And like I said, I highly encourage you to go to this website. It's called mouseprint.org, and you will find a lot of different things on here, and you'll be surprised. I mean, toothpaste here, 4.1 ounce. Now it's 3.8 ounces, and it's for the same price, right? That's the real bad part about it. You're actually paying more for less, and that's bad. So you have detergent here, 165 fluid ounces. Now it's 154 fluid ounces. So it's crazy. And then look, you have pain medication, the old capsules, 100 capsules, the new capsules, 90 for the same price. And so that's pretty amazing. When you look at that, that's pretty amazing. And I just showed you, I just scrolled through a few of the different products, and you see that there are a lot of products out there that most of us, when we go to the store, we're looking for toilet paper. When we go to the store, we're looking for pain medication, lotion. Some of the snacks, I understand you don't have to buy those things. But some of these things are necessities that we need. And so with all the things that we're dealing with today, we're dealing with the supply chain issues. We're dealing with inflation. We're dealing with the pandemic still. With all that stuff going on, we have shrinkflation that's always been around, and it's continuing. You have these companies continuing to do this type of stuff. And so we're seeing these companies being very, very deceitful. And like I just said earlier, we don't look at the ounces. I don't look at the ounces. Most people don't. They look at the price. If the price is the same, I'm going to go ahead and purchase that product, and I'm not going to think anything of it. But when you look at the bottom line, let's say for a month, or look for the year of your spending for groceries, you're spending more money because you're buying less product. So if you're buying that same product over and over again, let's say it's Gatorade, I'm buying Gatorade over and over again, it's going to run out a lot faster because I'm buying less Gatorade. But I'm spending the same amount of money each time that I go and buy that Gatorade. And so that's the huge problem. And we don't only see it in grocery stores. You see it when you go to the restaurant. You see when you go to other places where they will downsize things. Okay, so you go to a restaurant and you used to be able to buy a large portion, and now you're buying a smaller portion, but you're paying the same price. So this is a real big problem. And so shrinkflation goes with all the different issues that we're dealing with today. And so how do we fight back? Okay, how do you fight back when there's a situation like this where companies do this? The best way to do that is to let them know, hey, I'm aware that I bought Doritos a couple of months ago and the packaging was larger than the packaging now. I'm getting less Doritos, but I'm paying the same price. What's up with that? Send them a tweet. That will embarrass them to a point where they're going to have to respond. And when they respond, usually it's going to be some kind of fluff where they're just saying, yeah, whatever. I don't know how they're going to probably say the cost of the product is more now. It costs us more to produce this product. And so that's why we have to shrink the packaging because we don't want to raise the prices. And if companies want to give that as an excuse, saying, it's inflation, it costs us more to produce this product, and that's why we had to shrink it down, we didn't want to raise the price. How many companies do you know in that situation that shrinks the price down? Let's say Gatorade, they shrink it from 32 ounces to 28 ounces. And then when the economy gets better, do you think Gatorade's going to go back up to 32 ounces and charge you the same amount? No, they're not going to do that. They're probably going to say, let's go to 36 ounces, and then we'll charge them even more. So we'll give them a couple more ounces, and then we're going to charge them even more for that. So we'll give them another little option. If they don't want to do the 28 ounces, they want closer to the 32 ounces, we can make a larger size and charge them more. So that's generally what happens. So, I mean, this is a serious problem. And with people struggling right now, this is even a bigger problem. With inflation the way it is right now, this is even a bigger problem that we need to focus on, okay? So my advice, if you see things, you go to your grocery store and you see things, let me know in the comments, but also let them know. You can send them a tweet and say, hey, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed that when I go to the store now, I have to pay the same price for less product. And let them try to explain themselves. And some companies in the past, they've changed their whole thing. So they might have changed the packaging and made it smaller, and they got enough complaints from customers, and then they went ahead and went back to that same packaging and the same amount in that product. So they will change because they rely on you, the consumer. That's how they make their money. And if the consumer is not happy, guess what? They're going to have to address that. So the moral of this story is shrinkflation is a big problem. We're looking at inflation. We're looking at all the other things that are going on in our economy right now. And shrinkflation is one of them. And this is something we need to pay attention to. So if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment down below and let me know your experiences, because I know there are a lot of different people out there and you might have different experiences where you've gone to the store and wanted to buy a product and you realize that it's a lot smaller. So let me know your experience down below. And please, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're not new and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that. And also hit that little bell notification, that way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. That's all I have for you guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.